Well, before Lizzo and her badass flute playing, Australian flautist extraordinaire Jane Rutter was smashing classical music stereotypes. Jane, who's acclaimed internationally as Madame Flute, was Australia's first classical music pop star, and I'm thrilled to say she joins us now.
Oh, it's so great to be here. You guys in a real studio with cameras.
I know, it's strange, right?
It's, great to be here.
Now, long before Lizzo's hip-hop and flute playing, you were being compared to Madonna. Tell us why.
I was. Well, I've always liked to marry the visual with the music. I mean, I think music opens us up spiritually and gives us access to something quite divine. But people who don't know classical music and haven't studied it need perhaps clues or so that they know that it's not a snobs club. So my quest has always been to bring classical music to as many people as possible. I'm looking at that photo. There was a bit of female self-empowerment going on with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've just always been on this quest to provide music in a very unsnobby way, but without dumbing it down. And sometimes a visual clue can give access to my sense of humour and my love of humanity and my great love of music. I mean, I think really good music fulfills what I call a divine homesickness in us. You know how we're always longing for something? That no matter how much you achieve in your life, you're always yearning for something. And some people call that spirit, and I think music can just open those portals, those emotional and spiritual portals. So that's been my quest. You know, I've done about 26, 27 albums now.
Yeah.
New one out, I think, today. And
in fact, can I ask you a question about one of the photos that was captured by Princess Margaret's husband, Lord Tony Snowdon?
Yes.
What was the story behind that photo?
Well, I had an album coming out called Appassionata, French and Hispanic music, and I was in London, and my record company said, we want to get a really great photo for the cover. And I was being managed by the guy who was also representing Tony, Lord Snowdon. Tones. And he was so...
Tones and you.
Tones and me. And I turned up in London and he said, now, what are we going to do with you, Miss Rutter? And we had a bit of a joke around, and he was a great gentleman. And he said, I think I'm going to do a sort of Calamity Jane meets La Goya, if that's all right with you. But he was such an incredible artist. Like, I'd put my fingers here and he'd go, no, put that hand here. And I'd move it a bit and he'd come back over and go, no, not there, darling, here.
Oh.
And I'd say, look, I'm not very comfortable. He said, that's all right, straighten up.
Stiff upper lip.
You know,
that finished product.
Tony, I've been sitting like this for a long time now. No, don't worry about that.
Photos are great, though.
Yeah, photos awesome. And you mentioned you've got an album out today. You've also got some gigs coming up.
I've got gigs coming up. We're allowed out. I've got a little mini tour out Western New South Wales, which we've actually postponed 4 times now.
No.
And now it's raining, so fingers crossed we'll be in Dubbo, Coonamble and Gunnedah this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then on the 15th of December, I've got my Live at Lunch concert series, which, do you know, over the last 10 years, I've produced about 50 different concerts, and I get to perform with wonderful colleagues like Giuseppe and Teddy Tahu Rhodes, and oh my God, I just bumped into Marina Pryor backstage. For about 20 years.
Started showing you.
Marina might come into my concert series next year. What a good idea. So anyway, the concert's called Pan and the Angels at the beautiful concert hall of the Concourse in Chatswood on the 15th of December. A flute, harp and concert, beautiful music, and we're presenting a young star who's just 18 years and in the Conservatorium High School, and this is her sort of debut. So.
Well, we can't wait to hear you play. Both of you played today. Details, you can head to janerutter.com. You warmed up, you've done the... All right, take it away.